Nearly identical to the preceding Barrett M82A1, the M107 is the standard anti-materiel rifle of the U.S. Armed Forces. It is also referred to as the long-range sniper rifle, although it is not as accurate as most rifles developed expressly for precision fire against personnel. The full U.S. Army designation for this weapon is Long-Range Sniper Rifle, Caliber 50, M107, and it is also sometimes referred to as the M107 Special Application Sniper Rifle. As few changes were made to the M107, it is difficult to distinguish from an M82A1, but there are subtle giveaways. The M82A1 had a relatively short scope mount, while the M107 boasts a long, ridged Picatinny rail that covers nearly the entire front half of the furniture. The rear grip on the underside of the buttstock has been lengthened as well, to improve handling. The bipod now has cleated shoes to allow better traction on soft ground, and a retractable monopod was incorporated into the base of the buttstock. The M107A1 also has a composite thermal cheek guard, side rails for carrying additional accessories, additional ventilation in the forward furniture, and a new cylindrical muzzle brake with 4 baffles. The muzzle brake on the M107A1 will also accept a suppressor. The composition of the M107 is essentially the same as the M82A1, with stamped and heavily ventilated tubular sheet steel furniture and a forged steel barrel. In the M107A1, some steel components have been replaced by titanium equivalents, resulting in appreciable weight savings. The magazine used in the M107 is the same as that of the M82A1 and is composed of stamped 1018 cold-rolled steel with a moly titanium Teflon self-lubricating finish, while the springs are composed of chrome silicone. It also goes without saying, but the M107 is very bulky by sniper rifle standards at 12.9 kilograms unloaded and without scope. It's heavier than some general-purpose machine guns. The operation of the M107 is unchanged from the M82A1 and employs a short recoil operation with a rotating bolt. Several special precautions must be taken when operating the M107. Ear protection must always be worked when firing the weapon, as it is significantly louder than standard caliber rifles. Adequate eye relief behind the scope is required, as on all rifles, but more care must be taken as the considerably stronger recoil could result in serious brow injuries. Even more eye relief may be required when shooting uphill. The weapon must never be fired when any personnel are alongside the baffles of the muzzle brake, as the heat and velocity of the muzzle blast can cause serious injuries. The M107 must also never be fired without its muzzle brake fitted, as the resulting increase of recoil could overstress and seriously damage the weapon's parts, to say nothing of whomever is shooting it. The use of a recoil operation required the user to be positioned in a proper shooting stance, with the butt pad seated firmly against their shoulder. Improper shooting technique not only could cause the action to fail to cycle properly, but could also result in discomfort or injury to the user as well. It must also be noted that the bolt does not automatically remain in a fully open position after the weapon or magazine are empty.
Spotter ready, send it. Went just over the right shoulder.